From the heart of the earth, a silent revolution begins. Sand, fire, time, and the birth of transparency.
Every single day, factories around the world churn out over 600,000 tons of glass. In Brazil alone, we're talking roughly 1.5 million tons a year. That kind of volume means thousands of tons of sand get mined, washed, and melted daily. So how exactly does plain beach-like sand turn into the transparent, strong material that's literally everywhere? Today, we're breaking down the modern industrial process, starting from silica sand all the way to finished flat glass sheets. Stick around. I'm Doctor, and you are watching How We Make. If you're new here, hit like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Helps a lot. Glass is one of those things we take for granted, but modern life stops without it. Buildings, cars, phones, solar panels. It's in all of them. Looks delicate, but tempered or laminated versions shrug off insane heat, pressure, and blunt force. That's why it's a construction staple. Quick history so you get context. Glass probably started by accident around 3000 BC in Egypt and Mesopotamia. People heated silica-rich sand with wood ash, natural source of soda, and boom, glassy stuff when it cooled. Early pieces were tiny, beads, small vases, mostly colored and cloudy. Romans around 50 BC figured out glass blowing. Suddenly, you could make bigger, thinner, faster. Industrial Revolution brought mass production, but flat glass was still a pain. Poured, cooled, then ground, and polished by hand. Expensive, slow, imperfect. Then 1,952 hits. British engineer Sir Alastair Pilkington invents the float process. Molten glass floats on liquid tin, spreads perfectly flat on its own. Continuous ribbon, both sides mirror smooth, no grinding needed. That one invention made good flat glass cheap and everywhere. It's still how 90% plus of window, auto, and architectural glass gets made today. Raw materials are simple. Silica sand about 60–70%. The main structure. Soda ash sodium carbonate drops the melting point, so you don't need 2000 degrees Celsius. Limestone calcium carbonate makes the glass chemically durable and stronger. Recycled glass cullet, often 20–80% of the mix, melts way faster, saves 2–3% energy per 10% cullet, cuts raw material use and emissions. Plus tiny amounts of metal oxides for color if needed. All that dry mix is called the batch. Sand comes from quartz, deposits rivers, dunes, quarries, then gets washed and screened to death, so it's super pure. Big factories take in thousands of tons of sand weekly, stored in giant silos. Batch gets precisely weighed, blended, and fed non-stop into a monster furnace refractory bricks. Runs 24/7 for 10–15 years straight. Natural gas flames heated to 1,500–1,600 degrees Celsius. Everything melts, gases bubble out, impurities get burned off or rise and get skimmed. Liquid glass comes out uniform, around 1,100 degrees Celsius. Now, the magic part. It flows onto a long bath of molten tin in an oxygen-free atmosphere. Nitrogen plus hydrogen, so tin doesn't rust. Glass is lighter, so it floats. Gravity and surface tension flatten it into a perfect ribbon, no contact marks, both sides polished naturally. Thickness controlled by how fast you pull the ribbon and little edge rollers. You can dial it from super thin like phone screens to thick structural glass. Glass leaves the tin bath solid, but still to 600 degrees Celsius hot. Goes straight into the annealing layer, a long tunnel that cools it super slowly to room temp. This step is critical. Fast cooling equals internal stress equals cracks weeks later. Slow and even equals stable glass. After that, conveyors carry it to cutting. Diamond-tipped wheels score lines. Hydraulic breakers snap perfectly. Auto inspection with lasers and cameras. Spots, defects, bad pieces get crushed and thrown back in as cullet. Good sheets stack vertically on A-frames with paper or plastic separators so they don't scratch or chip. Pack, ship, done. Quick side note on artisanal glass. Totally different beast. Small furnaces with separate color pockets. Workers scoop molten glass with big ladles. Rush it to a table before it cools. Blend colors with metal tools. Drop onto rollers to flatten. Thickness set by roller gap. Then anneal slow. Cut by hand. Beautiful for art. Useless for scale or consistency. That's the float glass process in a nutshell. The reason you can buy huge clear windows or car windshields for reasonable money. If you want to see how a Bic pen gets made, links in the description and first comment. Liked it? Smash like. Share it. Comment where you're watching from and what you thought. Subscribe plus bell so you catch the next one. Thanks for watching to the end. More coming. Check the recommended videos right now. God bless you and your family.
The cycle endures. Sand returns to glass. Glass returns to the world. Invisible, indispensable, eternal.